You know, I got this question a lot. Koala, how can you have so much time to do so many things? Working a full-time job, publishing books, YouTube, your Kiki Success Coaching advisory business, and still have time to travel 144 countries? Yes, I always have a lot of time. In contrast, do you still remember the last time you asked a friend or a date to meet up and they always say, "Oh, I'm too busy, can we meet in 2 weeks?" And 2 weeks become 1 month and then become 2 months later. Most people always say they don't have time, but are they really that busy? Is it an excuse or they are just not productive? Some people can have a lot of achievements and still have time for relationships, family, business, and hobbies, while some others can't even get their shit done. Today, let us explore this topic and let me tell you why I always have so much time while others don't. First, time is the most valuable asset in our life. Why is time even an important topic to talk about? We all know money is important. That is for sure. Money can buy you many things. A big house, a nice car, or a fun dining dinner. And nowadays, you can even spend money to rent a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But today, I wanted to say that if problem is something that money can solve, then it's not really a problem. I mean, it's a problem, but it's not as big of a problem as losing time. You can continue to work hard, you can make more money in the future, but when you lose time, that's not something that money can buy back. Have you ever thought about a question like, if we could ever go back to 10 years ago and 20 years ago, I would have done this. So yes, time is the most valuable asset in our life. Secondly, time is the most fair thing in the world. You know, we often complain about how things are not fair in the world. Oh, that person was born in a rich family, but my parents are poor. She has a better figure and look than me. And he's so smart and I'm so dumb. I think I did a better job than him, but why did he get promoted first? He makes 20K a month, but I only make 3K a month. She got the privilege and priority VIP treatments, but I'm waiting in line forever. Why? All of this unfairness come across our mind from time to time. No matter how much we talk about equality in terms of gender, race, and all of that, but there's nothing that is absolute fair. We are working towards equality in the world, but they are not absolute. Don't you agree? The only absolute fair thing in the whole world is time. We all have 24 hours. Jeff Bezos doesn't have more time than me. Crazy Rich Asian doesn't have more time than me. We are all treated fairly in terms of the amount of time we have. So the question comes to, how can we really utilize this time to our advantage? Let's take a look at where our time goes. We always want to get so many things done as possible, but it always feels like we can't get everything done on a day. So really, where do we spend our time? On a typical day, we spend 8 hours on sleeping, 8 hours at work, about 1 hour commuting to work and errands, 1 hour on eating and drinking, 45 minutes on lining up and buying things, 45 minutes on personal care, half an hour to an hour on house chores, half an hour socializing on internet or social media, 2.5 hours watching TV, and 20 minutes exercise. That's already 22 hours spent. We really don't have much time left for ourselves. It sounds scary, right? Every day we look at the calendar. Oh, it's already November, then it's already Christmas, then it's already another year again. Time just flies so quickly and we age too. Our gray hairs, wrinkles, and comparing our old pictures to now. So how can we maximize this leftover time in our life, and why I still have so much time for myself? The first and the most important keyword is prioritization. Every time people ask me where your next trip is, then I say I'm going to Bhutan, Madagascar, or Cuba. And then people always say, "Oh, I always want to go there too." Then I would say, "Then why don't you just go?" Then they would say, "Oh, I don't have time," or "I didn't have time back then." I mean, yeah, you don't have time to go to Madagascar or Cuba, but you have time to go on your staycation on the beach. You have time to hang out with your friends, but you just don't choose to go to those countries. It's just that simple. Another example, you may record when you're dating a guy or a girl, and you ask him or her out, then you receive a reply like this: "I'm too busy, can we meet on another day?" Do you really believe people are so busy? I mean, they're busier than the President of the United States or the Prime Minister of Singapore? Really? If they really want to meet you or spend time with you, they always have time. But they choose to work overtime until 10 p.m. or going to their cycling, tennis game, or beach, but you are just not their priority. If you wanted to make travel as your priority, you will have time for travel, no matter how busy you are. You just stop hanging out with friends, watching Netflix, finishing your work on time before 6 p.m. I'm sure you have a lot of time to do something else. And that's why I don't spend time hanging out with friends or watching Netflix, because I prioritize all this time to do things I wanted to do. So, be passionate, stop procrastinating. I'm not going into the detail of how to maximize productivity again, because I previously made a video about that. So if you're interested in, please go back to watch that video here. But today I wanted to say, our attitude determines our results and outcomes, and therefore what kind of life we are living. I know in Asian culture, parents always ask their kids to learn this and that, become doctor, lawyer, and then get married early. But is it really what the kids like to do? Maybe he or she just want to be a makeup artist, a bus driver, or he doesn't even like girls because he's gay or she's lesbian. I personally can't do things that I'm asked to do and that I don't want to do. I'm often asked why I'm never procrastinating and always follow my calendar, because I'm passionate on the things that I'm doing. I'm passionate about the road, the culture. I will work until 6 p.m. on a Friday night and take a flight out to Africa and come back on Monday morning 8 a.m. straight from the airport to the office. It's tiring, but if you have the passion, you would not feel so tired. A big part of our fatigues come from mental, not only from physical. So we need to find our interests so that we don't do it for the sake of doing it or do it for our family, but we are doing it for ourselves. When I was growing up, I got pressures on other things, but not school or study. My parents actually never asked me to go to good school, study hard, or weekend tutoring. I've never been to any tutoring and skipped many classes in my school, but I still graduated from Ivy League school. If you have the interest, you will do anything you can without people asking you to do it, right? If you love what you do, you will not procrastinate because you love what you do. You'll be productive, finish things on time, and do things better and faster because that's your passion. So this is how I have so much time after working a full-time job, doing a YouTube channel, running my own coaching business, and still traveling around the world. How about you? Tell me how your time management is like, and do remember to give a thumb up to this video and subscribe to my channel, and check out other relevant videos on my channel. Feel free to contact me on coaching if you need more personalized help. My website is kksuccess.com. Not sure if you noticed, YouTube just launched this new feature where you can join my exclusive membership. So if you want to support my channel further, do click the join button below so that you can get exclusive membership perks similar to my Patreon. And I want to thank my Patreon for always supporting me, and chat with you guys at the comment section.